Hello, hello, one and all. My name is Badger Wild, and we are back with what I believe is part 7. Hello there, Imperial Scout Trooper. How you doing? So today we are back again tonight on this beautiful Tuesday, trying to get this F-302 all the things lined out. Now, before we start doing anything else, I am going to have to figure out how I'm going to connect all this together. And looking at it, I think the only way to do that and do it effectively is I'm going to have to pull this hinge here back to create the piping we need to make all this work, because problems arrive. It appears that's the only way I'm going to be able to get that into position. So, yeah, because what we need to do here, and this is where things get a little dicey, I don't have this hinge in the proper spot. Yeah, that creates a whole host of issues in its own probability. The other thing is also we've got to figure out a design for a missile. And once those two things are completed, something I can put underneath this thing. Once both those design parameters are completed, then we can start coloring this thing and make it look good. So, yeah, it turns out the way this is just designed is just not going to work. We're going to just have to remove this here and that. And we're going to have to remove this to a point where probably like that, and just work it down until we hit wherever. So the plan here is to put in we're going to have a merge block connecting to this. We're going to have another block for, I probably should have done that from behind, honestly. Let's put this right. Put that one right there. So where our systems are located right now, that's where the secondary block is going to have to go. Yeah. So we need to put, let's go with the new small connector here. We'll slap it right there. And then for this, we'll slap the next small connector there. The problem here is I may have to actually take both of these and just move them up. Yeah, that's probably what's going to have to happen. Let's grab number 9 here. Do that there. And we'll spin that connector around there like that. So the connection port will be here, and most of the missile will be out the back end. Now, the next thing I got to do is I've got to figure out how to connect to there. And the problem is I have a battery right in that position right there. So the kicker is I've got to find a way to, oh wait, there's a connection right there. I could just tap right into right there. We can tap right into that one. All right, that's working out pretty good. So far, so good. There we go. Now that's not going to be in the way. We can go back, slap that bad boy down, go from here. Let's put in a curved and then a straight one, because why not? And then number 3, we're going to have to do a hinge here, just like the other one. I believe we put the hinge up top. Which way did we connect that? We connected it right here. There we go. Now I'm going to delete this again. All right, we're deleting that. And let's go back to number 3, which is going to be need to make sure I've got this on the right side here so it looks good. We're going to do a corner piece here. Let's make sure that's correct because we don't want to have any screw ups. Eric Evans, sup, buddy? Hey, sup, Eric? How you doing? We are sitting here right now trying to get this thing figured out. I'll set up another one here. And we'll go down like so. We'll delete those 2. Wait. Wait. Oh, that's not good. Don't tell me I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Let me look at that here. Now, this is the right one, isn't it? It looks like the right one. I'm hoping it is the right one. So let's tilt this up here and like so. And then we're going to go even better than that. We're going to turn here like that. And there, like so. So now, if we attach a missile, once I hook the hinge back up, everything will be set back up and we can start building missiles on this side of the ship. I'll have to finish this on the other side in a similar fashion. And then we won't have the other issue that we have with this one. Then we can start loading up missiles on this thing and taking them out and shooting them. And since we're not going to need anything else, we can have only one. Yeah, we'll only need one little unit out here. Just as soon as I get this all figured out and finished up. Bingo, there's our hard points. Done. We'll have to redesign them, but yeah, it's working. So now we have connectors for the missiles. I'll have to do some programming. Let's go ahead and shove on the hinge here, get it all hooked up. So everything's back to normal. There we go. Now, the only thing I should have to do, let's go here. Okay, what are you at? Now then, let's one lower limit negative 80. We don't know what the upper limit's going to be, so let's go ahead and do 24, just like we did before. Attach, save. Let's put this one. Did we attach? Yeah, we are attached now. All right, we're all attached. So now, with that extra piping, the wing should work a little bit more efficiently. And we'll just have to do that on the other side. Small H2 tanks better than small 1x1 conveyors when possible. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to keep this all in the direction I need it to stay in. On top of that, I've got to also keep, I'm going to have to do some programming to this thing, see if I can get the AI to work properly from the cockpit. I should be able to do an entire section, though, about with the missiles. But now, like I said, all we need is one decoy block. That's it. And then all I'll have to do is copy this thing, disconnect the wing, put a projector in this wing, or make a blueprint of this wing and make a blueprint of the other wing, and then this whole thing will just work like a dream. Now I just gotta do that to this side. Fun. So now let's take a section out here. Let me see. We got to go over to here, I believe, and cut that out. And then number 3. There's that. And then we just need the hinge here again. Flip that over and cut that out. Now, the next thing I need to do is we're going to need to take this entire section out like we did before. So we're going to and I think we took this one and we moved it forward a bit. Hold on. So I think we moved this one forward like we did before. And yeah, because we had to put the conveyor here. That's where it has to eventually go. Okay, so now we have only one projector, which is what we need. Back to 4. I'm gonna spin that around so that it sticks properly. Number 9 connector is gonna go right there. And then number 4 is gonna do the same exact thing. Now we just gotta put the all the stuff in here that needs to go in. Why not clusters of rocket pods? Because I can drop one of these missiles. They will go into search and destroy mode. And I can, if you've not seen the missile video that I did, you can drop these things from several, almost 6 or 7 kilometers out, as long as they get within an intercept course and get within 2,000 kilometers like 6 or 7 thousand kilometers out, as long as it gets within 2,000 kilometers of the target, these things will activate and then they will seek it out and attack it. Now, clusters of rockets, those are pretty good. And I've got 4 of those on here on the old variant, but this one is actually going to carry ship killer missiles. Also, Eric, I don't think you've seen the absolute retardedness that is the main cannon here. Let's see. What is the fire rate on that? I forgot. What kind of fire rate did I put on this stupid thing? We're looking at, where's my programmable block? Where did I put the programmable block at? All right, automation, programmable block, custom data. We have an 894 round per minute fire rate. So when this has all the makings of a high quality killer fighter. You turn this sucker on, it just starts lighting things up, and it can do. Well, let's see. I actually took a shot at this for about a second and a half, and this is the kind of damage we're looking at. Let me hop in here and I'll shoot at this thing a bit so you can see. Because some people probably didn't get to see that. Oh yeah, this is on the side, so hold up. Whenever it hits, just see the amount of deletion that is happening here. Yeah, so this is not something you want to go in. Script AC, always fun. Bert is fun. Yes, yes, yes. We have Bert with this thing. We have an autocannon, and this was the autocannon design to make it work good. And it just shreds targets. So now the new ship, instead of having Gatling guns, which we did 4 Gatling guns, where this one had 2, the new variant has the upgrade of 4 Gatling guns and the ability to go burr. Lots and lots of burr. That's what we have here. So nothing really, really terrifies this particular unit. We're going to be able to just go in and start ripping and tearing whenever I need to. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to modify the front of this thing here. Because we're going to have to work on... I don't know if we're going to do that or not, but now I have to do the piping from here to the rest of the wing and pipe all this nonsense up. How did I do that before? Because if I recall, I don't think I did that way. No, I did not. Hold up now. Okay, we move that forward. So, what did I do wrong here? Okay, I think that's what I did. Is that what I did? No, it's not. What the heck? How far off did I put that thing? Put it off. Okay, it's too far. It's too wide, like it's supposed to. And right here, next to that. So that's where it needs to be, I suppose. Right. Let me see. Comes around. Like, why are these different? Okay, that's there like it's supposed to. We're hitting it. Oh, wait. Did I do this? Yeah, okay, that's apparently what I did. Okay. Sun comes down. Yeah, that matches. All right, that matches. That makes better sense. Ooh, for a minute there, I thought I was losing my mind. Helldivers 2 Master of Ceremony armor passives got buffed today. Oh yeah, I know. I'm fixing to go I'm probably gonna do that here pretty soon. But I told everyone I was gonna try and do a live stream tonight, so we're doing that. Because this is gonna be the new I'm gonna try and make this like a commercial. So like how Star Citizen has stuff you can buy. This is kind of where I'm going with this. I want to make a ship that looks like something we could buy, and I'm gonna see if I can find someone on the Discord who can do that, who can show me how to do that stuff. Because I am in the woods when it comes to putting fancy stuff on my builds, making them look like professional. Okay, we got one more here. We need this that block, and then we need the corner block here. There we go. Wait. We need one more corner block here. But yeah, I like the new buffs to the Masters of Ceremony because I was looking at those. And it's like, oh yeah, now we have now it makes sense to grab the pack with the saber. Now now that saber, once I get it, I haven't even gotten that saber yet. I've been sitting there just banging out because they put that one mission in there where it was like, hey, you gotta extract as many, and we did. Well, I'll say that later because my kid's up right now. Can't say that right now. All right, let's hop in here and start getting stuff put back together. Here we go. Wings are set back up, and we'll connect that together. Save. Before anything gets attached, I'm going to do that. No. -80. Okay. And 24. We're just getting everything to work together. Attach. And we're done. So now the fighter has the piping through the wings. I wanted to avoid that, but unfortunately, it was not something we could avoid. Okay, why in God's name is all of that hooked up? Ah, there's my issue. It always happens. And connect. Okay, everything seems to be in the green on that wing. Let's check this one to make sure. Yep, everything's in the green on that one. So now we have the ability to now just start slapping on missiles. And we've got to come up with a good missile. The grenade is so small you get +2 to your grenade inventory. Seriously? What grenade? I don't know what grenade we're talking about. Oh, the new one grenade? Okay, we're gonna probably anger our missiles here. Let's just do this here. We're gonna anger the missiles. All right, we're gonna give it plenty of crap to hit though. All the missiles are gonna be mad. And they are going to tear right into this thing as soon as I get it done. Because it's a big target. It's going to be hard for them not to hit it. But I really want them to get away. I want to try and use them up as best I can. The moment I turn this thing on, though, we're gonna have issues. I can just tell. The moment this thing comes on. Okay, so we need one more side. So for those of you that are wondering what I'm doing, making a big target because usually things will target batteries more than they'll target anything else. So we're going to grab this lucky dude up here with that lucky dude. We're going to transfer this to, wow. And I'm going to get the frick away. Yep, saw that coming. There was another missile. There's another missile. Oh, I hope they didn't hit anything important. Okay, nothing important has been struck. See, this is why I like the missiles. Because they will do whopping good damage. They just have to hit it. That's all they got to do. Now I got debris flying. I think I took care of all the missiles. Ah. See where we're at now. Let's see. Do we have anything else? No, that's just going to flutter off to there. Let's go ahead and delete that. That did its job. It just used up all the missiles I had sitting around waiting for me, waiting for something to come out because the space pirates are now gone. So nothing to worry about there. The new pyrotech grenade from Master Ceremony size allows you to carry 6 grenades standard and 8 with the engineer part. Ooh, 8 grenades. Yeah, and that's a fire grenade too. That's one of my more favored weapons to use as fire. I was hoping Arrowhead would put in a. Oh, this is getting annoying. I'm going to have to build a platform. That may be the next thing I do. Is build some type of station next to this asteroid that I can just set up here and have it do its own thing. So, okay, if I recall correctly, we're going to need to build a missile. Now, we need to do some experimentation here with the missile. That means we're going to need a target. Yeah, I need a target to shoot at. Let's go ahead and build another missile out here. Let's pull that in there. And so we're going to make a nice little missile target out here. Let's build us a nice missile target. Just something simple. Will it kill? That's the question we're asking ourselves today. Can we kill with it? Can we create a missile that can kill? There we go. How do I want to do this? Number one, let's paint the whole thing stark white. Yeah, no. Let's do clean armor. That'll work out much better. There we go. Nice and that. And then on 7, we're going to go nice bright red. Because why not? Stick this one in the center. And then, let's see, we'll do this one here. There. 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 Yeah, this is going to be a nice little target zone for us. And going a little closer. There, 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 there. There's that. Nope, 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 nope. Right there and there. There we go. Check that out. Nice little target zone right in there. That'll be an awesome little target to shoot at. So, fun part of this. We have this set up so that we can shoot at it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the missile on this ship so that when we drop the missile, it takes off. We're going to save the work we've got right now. And I'm going to run this over to here so I don't accidentally, hopefully we don't accidentally hit it. And then we're also going to save the target because I want more of these later as we shoot. So then I can just grab one when I need it. And then we can just put the target out there and let it go to town. Be like, yeah, here's a missile target right here for you. And we'll stop right there because this doesn't have any thrusters to stop itself with whatsoever. Okay, so first off, we're going to have to build a missile. Let's get started on this. Number one, pull it up here. P, and we're going to go back to default. Spin that up like so. So it's ready to connect. We have the first part of the missile. Now, the next part, we're going to build this kind of in reverse. Number 5, we're going to have our flight mode. And then we're also going to have AI offensive combat. We're also going to need a battery to run everything on. So we've got that here. And the next thing we're going to need is 2 warheads. So, nope, that's not a warhead. That's a warhead. I'll place one there, and we're going to place one there. This thing doesn't have to have a reverse thruster because it's just going to try and punch into the other guy. It's just going to try and hit the other dude. It's not that big a deal. It says screw it. It's going to launch an attack. It doesn't care. All right, I'll flip this over. Okay, so now we can connect this in here. And then the next 2 things I'm going to need are 2 timer blocks, I believe. Let's grab some timer blocks. See what we got in timer blocks. Okay. There's an event controller and an action relay. We also have an automation timer block. Let me slap the event controller on here. I want to see what I can do with it. How many actions can I put into the event controller? Select actions. Okay. When true, when false. Ha! That's the thing. I think this does several other things. Let's see. Huh. Let's see what we got here. Hmm. Okay. That's probably not the best way to go. That we'll go with timer blocks because I think that'll be easier to work with. So now, first things first, go to the timer block. We'll do 2 automation timer blocks to make all that work. And then let's see, number 3. Normally a T shape. We're going to do this. I'm going to build that there. Now, here's the part where I kind of want to. So it's going to make the missile a little bit longer than normal. Also, I got to put that hydrogen tank in there. Where's that going to go? See, I wish they'd do a small hydrogen tank, but we've already got one. There we go. We've got a single hydrogen tank. Now for the next part of this, we're going to need, keeping things simple, we could do this. And that would kind of help. And all I'd have to do is put some kind of rocket engine on here that'll actually get it from point A to point B. So I just need 4 Eric Evans. Good night. All right, good night, man. Imperial Scout Trooper, got to go. Yeah, it's okay, man. Don't worry about it. You can check out the rest of the stream tomorrow because once I'm done here, it'll automatically upload. I'm probably not gonna go for, like, I'm not. It's not like I'm not gonna go. I'm probably gonna go till about 11 where I am, so it's about another hour of this that's gonna go on as I try to figure out the missile and make it work. So if I do this here, let's try something different. Let's try. That's a corner. That's a T. So I can then I'm trying to make this as compact as possible. I'm probably gonna fail miserably. Let's see. That's a nice one. Now, let's see here. Because I still want it to look good. We still want it to look good. We still want it to look good. Take that up there. One around. And then we just slap this guy in here. And then we can put the rest of our thrusters in place. Because we only need, like, what is it, 3 more? That's all we need. So there we are. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. There you go. A nicely built compact missile designed to streak on out there and do some damage. Now, we're going to slap a gyroscope on this bad boy. And I kind of want to put one more thing on the front here. I don't know what to put on the front. Could put an antenna block. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. Let's take a look here. I'd like to see what all I got. What have I got here in terms of blocks I can place on this thing? Oh, God. Oh. I have an idea. We're going to do this. And then I'm going to see just how annoying I can make this sound here. Because, hey, we're going to do something stupid here. Let's see. Volume, range of played sound, 500 meters. Sound list. I'd like to hear it. How do I hear it?
Warning, enemy detected. Objective complete.
Let's jack this up. 30 minutes. Heck yeah. Oh, that's terrifying. What all do we have here? Let's see. Flight music, heavy flight music, danger music. What? Oh, wait a minute. I think there is. I think there's something out there that can let you play custom music. Oh, that is terrifying. Missiles launched, and you're like, "Where's the boss music coming from?" Yeah, right here, buddy. This is where it's coming from. Right friggin' here. Oh, I'm loving this. Sound block. Let's go. Let's go even further. Let's see what else we got. Earthlight, planet, music. Let's see. Colossus on fire. Oh wait, what's Clang the Conqueror? Nope. Clang Drive. We're sitting there running, all of a sudden this nonsense starts playing out of nowhere, getting closer, and you're like, what is that? Oh god. I have half a mind to do this. No, that's perfect. That's perfect. We're gonna check McLean Drive. McLean Drive. Maybe the next thing. That may be what we do. God, that is terrifying. Wait, approaching the start. What is that? Oh, wait, the hunt. What is the hunt?
All hands, man your battle stations. We are under attack. This is not a drill. I repeat, this
Oh, that sounds
is
like fun.
not a drill.
This sounds like fun.
The hangar is under attack. Scramble all reinforcements. All second stage pilots on deck.
Arr, matey! Board in this vessel be in accordance with the law. Hack the rig, kill.
I'm sorry. I think we're doing this. This is just the best prank ever. This is just perfect. Space pirates. I hadn't heard all of these. Let's do. Let's go back up to the beep because this has got to be. I'm going to put that on another weapon here pretty soon. Let's see, which is the worst alert? That's not very impressive. I wish I could make this go faster.
Warning, enemy detected.
That doesn't loop. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. That's just one of the things when we fire it off, it'll start making that noise. All right, Warhead 1 and Warhead 2 aren't going to do anything. I think I can put a lot of this stuff into sections here. I need to figure out which one is which. This should just, it should be pretty easy to like turn this thing on and pop it. So I need the first timer block when it goes off to turn on the system. And then the second timer block is going to come on and it's going to let everything know, hey, you know what? We've got things to do, people to see, people to like jack up and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So I'll have to skin the missile as well, just to try and make it look good because we want a good looking missile. I mean, you can't have a bad looking missile. It just sucks if it's bad looking. And then we can send this thing off and we can like hit a ship with it or something because it does have the thrust capability. We're going to be able to turn this thing on, and just send it out there and let it do some damage. First things first, I do want to take this thing and we want to copy it in case, like I said, in case there's any issue, we're going to want to fix that issue later. We need to now program this bad boy. So first off, we'll go to AI offensive combat. We don't have to worry about that. We'll have it target closest. I want the search interval to be 5 seconds because if it doesn't have 5 seconds, the other thing is I'm wanting it to do. We'll set it to default. It doesn't have to have any other patterns but that. We'll put it on intercept, target guidance, target prediction. So it'll try to predict what the enemy is doing. Go back up here to AI flight, and I'm not going to turn on behavior yet. Turn off collision avoidance, turn on precision mode, speed limit 99. No, we want a full 100. Turn off P gravity. There we go. So now, the first automation timer block, what that's going to have to do is I only need it to arm the warhead, override a thruster for a few seconds, and then turn on the hydrogen tank. That's it. As soon as that happens, the second automation timer block is going to activate all the AI on the missile. And at that point, the AI will fully take over. It'll also not only just turn on the AI, it is also going to turn on the sound effects. When this thing pops off, there's going to be like 1 second where it doesn't say anything, and then all of a sudden you're going to hear, eh, and it's taken off. So that's the plan, at least. That's the plan. So yeah. How do I do this here? We're going to put that to a 1 second delay. Setup actions. The problem is when I disconnect this thing, wait a minute. I don't need the timer block. What I need is an event controller so that when, well, it's only going to turn on one. Damn, that becomes an issue. So let's see. What do I need this to do? I need it to A, turn on, go stockpile off. Secondly, if the thruster is already on, I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about that. Wait a minute. No, that's what I can do. But wait a minute. Come now. Surely we can be reasonable. No. Can I unlock? Yeah, I can unlock that. Now, what about the small merge block? If I turn the merge block off, okay, let's go back here. Merge block. Let's look at merge block. What will that do? If I turn it off, we can just actually do this from here, actually. Give me a merge block. All right, merge block on. Now let me just go into control panel. Merge block 1. Turn off merge block. Is still connected? No. Okay. Hey, we have an idea here. All right. So all I got to do now, that works out. So then merge block will turn you back on. And automation timer 2. Hey, look at that. All we got to do is just toggle off that block. And that's going to happen for the first second. Now, the next one is going to happen. I need timer block 2 to trigger. And then we go to timer block 2, I believe. We're going to set the delay to about, I think, let's see, 1.5 seconds, I think is what he said to set it up to. And we set the actions of this to turn on. Yeah, that'll turn the AI behavior on. So now all I got to do is figure out where this is. And there's an easy way of doing that. We're going to go into the G menu. We can get character tools. Get a grinder. There. Now that that's been taken care of. Okay. Control panel. First things first. Okay, I know where the thruster is at. We're going to rename this thruster. And I'm going to name that as the override. So I know where that is. Okay, so that there has been the override thrust. Small hydrogen tank, we're going to turn on the stockpile so it's not doing anything. Override thrust. Okay, can't do anything right now. Let's go ahead and power that back up. Number 2. Okay, now we go back into this. Control panel. Did I not? Yeah, here we are. Now to override that, we're going to put it up to, let's say, 26. Okay. That's the first test missile ready to go. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab that here. And before anything else gets done, we're going to escape. So I can just, I'll probably grab that here in a minute. We're going to put this on the very closest pile line because this is the one that's going to give me the biggest threat to the ship. And I need to jump into this here. Small insect connector. We're going to name this Box 2. And then we've got 2 merge blocks here. I'm not sure which one is which. Hmm. Let's go ahead here. All right, let's do that. Now I know it's one of those 2 at the bottom here. Projector, there it is. We shall call you Box 1. Oh wait, no, 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 no. You've got to be Fox 2 because we're on the 2 part here. Fox 2. That'll work there. Now all I got to do is just go back, fix it back up. Now then, to keep this from going crazy, I'm also going to have to name this thing. Let's see. Let's name this for now. Where's the merge block? We'll name this Fox 2 as well. Uh, we'll do that. Fox 2 missile. That way we don't cause any weird things to happen. We're going to grab this one again. So I have it by the merge block. Fly over here. Now we're going to flip it around. I'm going to try and stick it right about there. So it's all hooked up. We got our main missile sitting here now, ready to just go ham fist. Let's go over here for a second. And what I want to do is I'm going to turn this thing onto as an enemy and have it recognized as a space pirate. Okay, so we're going to try and do a flyby here. And hopefully, G menu. No, that's not what I want. I'm automation timer block. That's what I want. All right. Let's fly back here a little bit. Because we're going to want to see how this works. Or at least what the tolerances are going to be for it. All right. This is firing test missile one. Here's hoping this works. Not like that. Not like that. Why did it miss? Why is it missing? It's not a moving target. What the heck? It's going to run out of hydrogen here in a minute, as hard as it's burning. Well, something went wrong. Let's go back to our. Oh, wait, we need an antenna on that thing so we can see where it's at. Oh, I do have an antenna. Okay, we're fine. Now, here's a missile. It's still trying to hit that thing. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with it. It should not be having that much trouble hitting a target that size. That shouldn't be an issue. Let's go back here and we'll modify the one deal here. I let's look at the automation block here and look at the timer setup. So I don't know what the problem was. Override thruster turned on. The rest of these have no thrusters active. Why is it that that one? Because it flew off to the side. That was the thing. It went off to the side. This thing should have gone. It should have thrust overrided and shoved it down. I don't know why it didn't do that. Let's also look at the AI offensive attack pattern intercept. Let's try basic. We've got collision avoidance on. Air flight move. Collision avoidance is off. Just turn off the docking sequence and put the minimum altitude at nothing. Okay, so when this timer block comes on, if this is the correct one, it shouldn't have activated. Let's go ahead here. Grab the new one, the new missile, and we'll send it packing. It should not. Oh, crap. I just ran right into that thing. And here I am flying with a giant missile, too. God, that was terrifying. All right, let's stick this bad boy right here. What I'm trying to do is figure out why the Fox system is not working. Oh, this is retarded. I'm gonna have to redo this every time. Oh wait, let's try start. Let's see how start works. Okay, and launch. Oh boy, why did it do that? Huh. Hey, it's weird. It's like the thing's trying to go. Iteration crunchy. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Missiles are being a problem. They're not doing what I want them to do. For some reason, a thruster is not doing what I want it to do. I don't know why. The other thrusters are doing what I want them to do, except that one. And I don't think it's hitting like it's supposed to. Let's go down there. Has it even hit yet? Missile's still trying to hit the target. Something is wrong here. See, this is the target. It should be able to hit it. Oh, it blew up. There's a lot of things that aren't engaging when that thing activates for some reason. Let's let's look at this again. Let's go to the first timer block. What's delay we got here? So let's set up the actions. Let's do everything but that. We're not going to turn that on at all. Oh, wait. That's what the problem is. Um, Start. That may be what the problem is doing. All right, that's done. We're going to just do a simple test on this. Did that. Let's add the... and we're going to play that. And that should be everything. Now then, automated timer block. Okay, seems to be doing what we want it to do now. Is the thrust override... Ah, gotta love missiles. Keen AI is a pain. Want to see what I've been working on? Sending it. I'll send it to the Discord right now. Yeah, sure. I need something cool. I need something cool while I'm sitting here like freaking out over this mess. Oh, that's not the right place. Let me see here. Oh, nice. About to get the ship done. Geez, that's a monster, dude. I like how you stair step the armor down on it so it looks like it's part of the ship. Dang, that engine array, though. Yeah, that's looking good. Actually, that gives me an idea. I'm sitting here trying to figure this out here. Let's, how do I do this? I'm not going to be, oh, I can't use this missile now. It's suddenly armed. Let's send it out there, see what it does. Override thruster. Let's turn off the override. I wonder if that's screwing with the system. And then, uh-huh. Yeah, why are we not moving now? There is a thruster available for each direction. What are you talking about? Dang idiot. There it goes. Oh, that one's accurate. Yeah, that was accurate as frick. Okay. Um, that did the job. So it's the thrust override, apparently. So I need to take the thruster override. Let me put this out here so it's not so rough on us. Okay, so the thrust override is apparently pushing the missile off target. That's good to know. Okay, so like I said, it's thrust override, so it's not anything else. It must be that thruster that we're overriding at the moment. So what we need to do, let me look here. We need to disable the overriding thrust on it. Okay, so I don't need override thrust at all. Let's see here. Put this to two. Set up actions. So number one, warheads are going to arm. That's the first thing that's going to happen. This tank here is going to stop stockpiling. Now, why is the sound block not coming on? Oh well. We're going to put the timer block over here, which will then start its triggering. Uh, the small connector is going to unlock, and the merge block here is going to turn off. That's just going to disconnect everything from the system. Now, while this is happening, I need the second thing. The second automation timer block, it's going to have a delay of, let's see, 1.5 is going to be the delay. The action setting up is the AI here. I don't know, not off. AI behavior there is going to turn on. And then this sound block is going to play. It should play. No, I'll tell you what it'll do. I think I've got the sound block off. We're going to turn the sound block on. And that should do it. If I'm traveling upward with the ship as we're coming in, it should chuck the thing right off there. So now all I got to do is make sure everything is set up like it's supposed to. Collision coordinates is on. Let's run the speed limit again. Turn all that crap off. AI behavior on, attack enemies. Search for the target every 5 seconds. Default, intercept, guidance, target precision, collision avoidance off because we don't need it to be scared of nothing. So now that is actually on at the moment. Another thing I want to do right before we go up, let's grab this as well. We're also going to put the gyroscope on here too, so that the gyroscope turns on. Toggle the block on and off. Now then, what I need to do, gyroscope needs to be off. Small hydrogen tank needs to be on stockpile mode. Both warheads are off. Detonation time is 10 minutes. What the frick? 10 seconds? No. No, 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 no. The impact alone will be enough to kill it. It doesn't have a reverse for some reason. They freak out. Also, yeah, thrust override needs to be off for it to work. Okay. Set a timer to stop when launch and then turn the override off. Ah, there's an idea. The problem is when I turn this thing on, the override just, it's like the system doesn't override. It's like the whole thing just kind of turns and tries to go up into the ship. We'll try it without it first. We'll try this round without it. See how all that works, and then we'll go from there. So bring that. Actually, yeah, that'll work. We'll bring this up here. Missile time. Missile time. There's an SPRT Vulture we could lob a missile at. Now, the kicker here is that where it's supposed to be? I bet it's not. I bet it's not. I bet it's nowhere near where it's supposed to be. No, it's not. All right, let's go get another missile. I have to be a little more considerate of where this one goes. Now, then, the other issue I have right now, something just took off down there. I have no idea. Okay, there's our target. We're going to try a pass. Other issue I got here is I've got to reset this automation timer block every time. If I set this to trigger now, set that to trigger now. Let's see. We've only got one block. I do want to check before we fire it off here. Automation timer block 1, setup actions. What is this thing set to? Start. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Box 1. What is happening? Oh, I don't have a whole lot of slow motion on this. And it appears the frickin' missile did not activate. What the heck? Well, that missile didn't do what it was supposed to. I'm trying to figure out what that means. Right now, we have a missile that just does not want to hit like it's supposed to. Let me go down there and look at. Did it go back? Did it hit? It didn't do nothing. It didn't even. I don't even think anything activated. Yeah, see what we did wrong with this one. I see what you're talking about. What I can't figure out is why. Wait a minute. Did I turn the gyroscope on? Toggle block on. Okay. All right. Let's look at what the setup actions here are. Hmm. But if I triggered it, all of that should have just turned on. All right. Let's. Oh, there's another thing I probably didn't do right. Ah, that may be causing problems. Let's see how this works a second time. That has been an issue right there for a lot of problems I've had in the past. All right, let's just fire this thing and see what it does. This is another thing I'm getting tired of, having to do this multiple times. Let's do trigger now. Okay, and drop. It should activate here in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a live round. We don't know what it's doing, what it's thinking. Hmm. Well, right now the missile we currently got is just not activating like it's supposed to. I don't know what's happening. Okay, that happened. Everything powered up for some stupid reason. The other one didn't turn on. Why are we not turning on? Everything else is activating like it's supposed to. Why is that the one thing that's not activating? Let me look here. Setup actions. Oh, stockpile off. That may have been the issue there. And there she goes. That was a problem. I had stockpile set to on instead of off. Oh, there it goes. It just annihilated that thing. It can do it. Okay. So let's look at this thing again. All right. Automation timer block. Let's set up actions here. Turn stockpile off, number one. Um, one of these thrusters. let's see now. I want that to be. The other issue is this stupid thing isn't turning on. Why is that not turning on? This should be activating. Ah, shit. Stop. Now I gotta turn all this crap back off. Okay, that should have worked. Okay. Let's go back up here. Let's see. Sound block. Okay, that may be the problem there. The sound block is just off. Tell it to play. Toggle block on. AI behavior on like it's supposed to be. And then, frick. What's the next thing I gotta do? See if I can figure out how this is done. High tech redneck. Don't let it frustrate you. Yeah, it's not frustrating me. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, turning on the hydrogen thrusters is probably a good idea. Let's test this thing out first and see if I can get it to the upgraded variant with the new systems that we've employed. Now the other problem I'm running into is how the hell do I keep it from doing that? Because the plan here is to have these printable on the side of the ship. Because I'm having to reset this thing every time. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this thing here. Do. Let's go flying off with this. Now it targets what I need to target. It's doing the job it's supposed to do. Let's get a pretty good distance here. All right. Now then, let's go here, here, down here. Like so. Space pirates, give it back to them. Guess what? Y'all get a bunch of batteries with a target. And the pirates are probably sitting there thinking, why is there be a target on our batteries? There's a reason for that. Trust me. So now, how do I get this thing to override? Well, we won't worry about overriding it just yet. Let's see. Nope, get back in there. This is the thing I'm having trouble with. All right. Trigger now. Wait, where'd it go? Where are you going? Just, what the fuck are you after there? Oh, it targeted something else. Well, that's getting that missile's gone. Yep. Whatever that was, it. Okay. Let's just pop ourselves in another missile here. Oh God, we have the wrong thing. We gotta go get another missile. Let's get more missiles. Let's grab another one. It's targeting the closest target. Go back to the F-302 here. This is one of those, good God, I wish it worked moments. All right, there we are. New missile latched on. Um, hmm. Like I said, this is the problem I got here. I'm gonna have to set that. Oh, I hope this thing is not targeting, not right behind me. Missile away. That pretty much does it. Now we just got to get the thing away from it. It does drop. Take a blueprint of the deactivated missile and put it on the projector. The projector, one projector per hard point projectors in the wings. Actually, no, I'm probably just going to blueprint the whole entire wing. And so when we go up there, it should pop them both in. But that worked out way better than I thought it would. Let's try popping this bad boy out one more. Oh, we've got projectiles down there, something down there too. That's interesting. Fortunately, I have another missile. We're gonna slap that bad boy on there. There we go. That's one missile. Imagine we have four of these bad boys. Now let's try just a stable launch from here. We've got a target in range right now. Let me do this trick. We're going to get in a little closer. Takes a bit for this to slow down. Where's the target we just shot? Okay, it's right there. We've got one right there. Let's go ahead. See how this thing works from here. Turning it on. Okay, there it goes. Terrifying little joker, isn't he? Why'd he go the other way is what I'm trying to figure out. Up, here he goes. He's targeting that bad boy. Yep, he's doing some damage. I don't think it did what I wanted to do, though. Let me see something here. Automation timer lock, setup actions. Wait, what did I do here? Arm warhead on. Arm warhead on. Uh, let's try to set up the RLSH consignment drone. I can have some fun with that. Hello, my good sir. Would you like to be part of our little test? All right, we'll do that so I know which one it is. All right. Uh, let's try. Over thruster. That's what this is going to be. I will turn this back on. Now, new thing we're going to do. Automation timer block 1. Setup actions. This is going to get an increase in thrust override. And then the other one, let's do decrease thrust override. So now when I activate it, it should do what iteration crunchy is saying it'll do. So let's grab the missile here that we currently got. Nope, not that one. I want this one. Now, where is my ship? now. Oh, I've lost the antenna. Ah, oh, there we are. All right, here we go. Well, that's not very smart. Flip that up there, and bingo. Okay. So now when I activate this thing, now when we activate it, let's go ahead and let's see, how far away is that thing? It's about 2,000 away. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a nice, good target set up. Now let's arm this thing back up again for. We will trigger that immediately. Now let's grab us a target once more. We're going to take it out there. Actually, hold up. Before I do that, I need another iteration of that missile. One more iteration so that we don't lose what we got. We don't want to lose all of our progress. That's going to be heartbreaking. Let's see. Copy this. Shove it up here. And we're going to be lobbing this bad boy at another target. Oh, cool. Okay. I don't think it'll have to. I just need it to get some clearance from the rail when it comes off. I don't think so. Iteration sitting there saying you can just add a whole bunch more points there, and the system will just it'll make it come off the rail real fast. I don't think we need that kind of speed. We just need it to go down. We just need to come off the ship a little bit and then adjust itself in flight. Actually, okay. There we are. Where's our target? There's our target. Okay, we're gonna fire from here. Hopefully this works. Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. Now let's see if it does what it's supposed to do. Should be flying in there and hitting in a minute. Boom! That is on target. All right. So we have a missile design that can be locked into the F-302. All I got to do is install the blueprint, which means I need to take one F-302. I need to disconnect the wings, and then we need to set up. So then we'll be able to fly the F-302 where we need to go. Let's pop that off again. That was actually pretty good. That is a nightmare missile to be firing at a target. Now, when this all gets put on, it's going to all have to be hooked up like normal, obviously. And what will happen is we'll be able to pop a missile. That short burst is going to pull it away from the ship. It's going to pop down just for a second and then fire off. And it's going to be an awesome. So we got the missile figured out. I think. I think we have the missile figured out. Let's go ahead and grab another one just in case. Just in case. Let's grab one more. And this should be the same missile that we're using before. After that, after this comes a custom hangar bay for the F-302. We're going to need something to put this thing in. But that is a ruthless little missile right there. I wish there was a way. Of course, I know I can do this with frick timer blocks. or event controllers, which would mean redesigning the missile just a little bit so that it has a little bit more oomph as it takes off. Oh well, that may solve a couple other issues. I don't know, but let's see here. We're going to do trigger now, and let's pop this off. So we got to do this moving this time as we're coming into the target. Because we got to do a couple of tests with this before we can make sure this missile system is working like it's supposed to. Okay, we're going to turn off this, get some speed going, and then drop. Missile away. It is working. Holy crap, it works. Now turn off the AI mode. It slows the precision mode, slows the missile down a lot. Well, it doesn't have any forward thruster to stop it. That's the thing. It doesn't have that forward thrust. So once it hits speed, it's just going to keep going. Yeah, there it is. Smack again, and it detonates, tearing more of the thing apart. I need a ship out here that I can shoot at. There's an idea. All right, we'll set the thruster right here. Let's grab a know nothing ship that we can fire at. Something big. Let's look here. What do we got? What do I have? Let's see here. What have I got in here? None of these ships. I want something big, like really, really big. Not jokingly huge, just really, really big. Something big, iconic. Da 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 da. No, 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 no. Hmm. Dodger seems like a good idea, but no. Let's see. One of them doesn't have a whole lot of weapons, so we can just pop off at and let it just fly into it. Maybe something Star Trekky. Let's find a Star Trek ship. Where is a Star Trek ship? I've got them here somewhere. Got a bunch of them actually. Come on, they're here somewhere. My lord, I'm gonna have to clean up this entire system here at some point. Hmm. Come on, where's it at? Actually, let's shoot the Providence cruiser. That seems like a great idea. Plus, we can also take a pass at it with the main gun. So this is going to become our testing bed here. Let me see. It looks pretty good right there. Okay. We now have a decommissioned CIS battleship to now chuck things at. Now, if I can just find a port that I can use to set this thing to bad guy, that'll be great. Okay, where's a... Oh, come now. We've got a connector here somewhere. Oh, look, we got Ah, there we are. Let's turn this sucker on. All right, go up here. Turn that on, obviously. And go all the way to the bottom. Transfer space pirates. There we go. So now we have an enemy battle cruiser. We're going to fly in, drop one missile, see just how devastating that can be when we hit. Precision mode forces it to vibrate to meet each invisible waypoint. Try turning it off makes it more stable so it accelerates quicker. Oh, okay. We'll do that. We'll turn off the precision mode and see just how much more of a impact it can make. Probably hit even harder. If it hits hard enough, it'll probably knock the explosive clean through the system for a sec. And that'll be just the one thing that we'll have to worry about. So let's turn off precision mode, like iteration's saying here. Some combat. Target prediction, we can leave that on, I think. Precision mode off. There we are. Now let's go ahead and grab this bad boy. I'm going to fly over here in our fancy schmancy F-302. And we're going to give General Grievous here a nasty little surprise with our new missile. All right, now let's go ahead and lock in that automation block. I got to figure out, there's got to be a way. All right, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's go over here to number 4, turn that on. There we go. We got guns. It's just going to take a bit. Let's fall back here. Start forward. Pretty good speed. Let's get some cruising speed going. We're in range of the Providence carrier. Let's pop off our first missile here. Where are you going? You son of a bitch. You stupid missile. Just malfunctioned and said, screw it. We're targeting that thing. Okay. New plan. New plan. I'm going to target that. We need to target the biggest object here. Okay. We need to target a bigger target. I need to set this thing to target the biggest thing on the battlefield. Because clearly it decided to target something besides the province carrier. It's like, yeah, we're going to target the closest thing. We're going to temporarily modify that. Closest, largest. There we go. That should make things easier. Now, where's my frickin' ship? There's that antenna right over there. All right, there we are. The cool thing about this missile, though, is it is fast enough that it could probably hit smaller targets at a distance. Now, let's see. I wish I didn't have to put the trigger now back in this thing every time. All right, here we go. Let's go flying in here. In close to the Providence cruiser. We're going to eject this bad boy off here. Missile 1 has been released. I fly here just outside of the Providence's range. Frickin' missile's going to decide, heck no, we're going to hit hard and fast. See how it goes. It is targeting the tip of the ship, it looks like. Doesn't matter, it still took a hit. Let's hop out here and see what kind of damage we're looking at. Oh. It hit. What is this? Heavy armor? No, it's light armor. What the heck? Missile did not explode. Let's fire another one. I just decided to target default. Let's. Well, something smacked it. Okay. If the missile is armed like I'm thinking it should be, just like that. Okay. While I'm at it, let me check here on the. Let me check setup actions here. It should arm the warheads. What I'm trying to figure out is why. Hmm. Let's figure that out later. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's just pop off around here. It's going for the same spot again. Why does it go for the front? That's what I want to know. Oh, that was a nice pop. Let's check that out. See how it's working. I do want the ability to cycle through subsystems on these missiles as they take off. See, that one hit and did some damage. I think it's these things here that are kind of stopping it. See, it's hitting. I just don't know what it's hitting. Now, when it hits the other stuff, it detonates on contact. Oh, well. Let's see what happens when we strafe the ship with the autocannons and just let the thing have it on a strafing run, see what kind of damage we can do. Because the F-302 should be able to do something. Should be able to do something with this thing. Okay, that was a pretty good strafing run. See what we're looking at in terms of autocannon damage. Should be some visible damage on the side. Okay, yeah, we're seeing some damage here. Strafing run went through that way. I might have damaged some other blocks right in there. Yeah, there's a strafing strike right there, which just wrecks some areas. We've also got some damage to the bridge here. A couple of rounds just punched right through. That ripped right through the glass and started putting rounds into the cockpit. So that's something that would be terrifying in its own right. A couple of rounds hit here. It's not the most effective killer the autocannons are, but they are doing damage. The amount of just strikes that I can put onto it, you see right here, we kind of dented it in real good when we're hitting that door. And then we're coming across this area. It would do damage over time. We'd eventually kill a ship. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do. So with 4 missiles targeting God knows what, I'd say the F-302 is almost done in terms of what it can do. Let's just fire off and see how much damage we can do over time. Yeah, if you can concentrate fire, it's going to start tearing through pretty quickly. Oh, we blew something up. See how long it takes to get to the other side. Oh, I think we're through. Yeah, so I mean a concentrated amount of fire onto one position. We had to take out a few thrusters in the process, but frick. Oh, how's this thing supposed to work? That's what's blowing up inside of here. That's what's causing the big explosions. This thing has got someone built this thing outside of in the creative mode where you don't have to worry about thruster damage. I prefer to worry about thruster damage. It solves some things. Okay, so Now the only issue is I've got to take these missiles and program them. Uh, I've got to set them up to different modes. I'll have to have probably 2 pages, I think, of stuff to make them work with, and yeah, that'll be all that really needs to be done now. Yeah, but that level of strafing right there, when you go flying past and then just hit the ship with a massive straight gun strafe from the F-302 when it flies by, is just pretty impressive. You can see just the impacts off of the F-302 gun. Just, I love that look where it's just like da 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 da. It's just like damaging stuff all the way across. Like we're tearing stuff up on your ship. This is something that you're gonna have to deal with. I'll tell you what I remember. The old days of Star Wars Battlefront with the old school space battles they used to have. That is fun. Let's fly over here and look. Yeah, we've blown some stuff up, and now stuff is starting to burn. It's not bad for a heavy fighter. I mean, y'all probably want to play with one of these things. I'll have them up once it's done. I'll have it up there once we get it all figured out. Let's see. If I want, add the targeting AI to the group. Let's see. Laugh my iteration crunchy. Laugh my ass off. It went for the closest target. Yeah, it works, just not how you wanted. If you want to, add the targeting AI to a group, then add that group to the fighter's toolbar. Set to cycle target mode between closest to smallest, etc. Then any missiles adjoining the ship will have their AI. Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Cycle when the group is pressed. Probably some decoys. Yeah, decoys. That's another thing. I wanted to make some type of decoy system that we could drop that would target. Oh, you mean on the ship? Yeah, there's probably a decoy there that was bugging the system, probably. Nah, to cycle fire modes, I didn't do that. I did not do that. Oh boy, the Providence is just blowing up all the heck. Cycle fire modes. Add the combat AI to a group, then put the group on the fighter's toolbar. All the timers should automatically be added to the group. Okay, the AI. Sorry. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I got to get the missiles put on first and start programming up the missiles. I do like that idea though, where the missile I don't have to worry about like the missile doing anything crazy, and I can just select it with a single button press, determining what I want to destroy. That sounds good, because then I can also put other stuff on there, like we can also set up stuff so that when say I want to target um, say I want to target if I want to do some piracy with a ship, I can also set it to target neutrals if I want to. I can set it to target the closest target or the largest target. I could just start cycling through the AI on all of the missiles with about 3 separate buttons, and then I've just got Fox 1, Fox 2, Fox 3, and Fox 4. And then we can just launch the missile depending on so I can pop off one to target the ship's weapon systems, and I can cycle through and pop the second one off to target engines or propulsion, and I can cycle the next one off to target whatever it is. That gives me some options with that gives us options with what is it, the Factorum, because sometimes you may run into a ship has now with the new proto blocks, you don't want to hit. You're going to want to hit depending on what technology you're going to want to scrap off that thing and take back to your base. So you may run into the you may run into the Factorum ship, which is the one that is its what is it, cargo ship, and that one has the big engine on it. You don't want to damage the propulsion, so hey, let's just target the. We know it doesn't have a good. We know that one doesn't have a very good. It doesn't have very good power generation. Let's just target the power generator and just start knocking some holes into it until the thing is subdued. Or say you run to one that has a good, it has power systems, but you don't want to damage them. Well, we can target the ship's thrusters and just get it to start slamming into asteroids at some point. Okay, yeah. So iteration says I know this, but I'm going to say it anyway for everyone who's watching the stream. Iteration crunchy. Nah, you actually put the AI in the group on the missile, and any AI with the same group name will automatically group. So you just paste the missiles, and it should be good. Yeah. We had that. I know what you're saying because we had that happen with the Saber. We built four of them in the last one, and then when we disconnected one or we turned one off, the other ones would either turn on and off depending on which one. And we had to group each one of their systems to a different system because they were just attached to the missiles because they were and that wasn't even with merge blocks, that was just with connectors. The connectors had them all jacked up. But yeah, I'm gonna have to that's the thing, I've got to figure out a more efficient way. I got to find a way in which I can activate those timer blocks without losing them, because every time I activate the timer blocks, I got to reset the entire system, and I've got to get the timer blocks picked back up. I got to put them back in the system, each one on each little button. Yeah, then name the timers and have them on the toolbar, and you're all set. Yeah, I know what you're saying there. You're gonna have to, yeah, the because one of the things we noticed was when we did that, all the sabers fell off. Fortunately, the saber is such a balanced little ship, and for those of you that are wondering what I'm talking about, let me play God here for a moment, and we'll throw some light down here. What we have down here is the saber. This is what I'm talking about. And this little joker is our premier, is Red Rock's premier interceptor, and it just blasts out of there at breakneck speed. It is ether sprite. That's what it is. It's just an ether sprite. And it has all kinds of. There's a more modified version. I think one of the guys, I think it was Dog went ahead and built, but it uses a more complex system. Here, I don't know how much power do I have on this thing. I've got a lot. Let's turn that number 6. Let's turn on all the thrusters, and I'll show you how fast this thing is. This thing, like I said, it takes off at breakneck speed, and once it locks on to a target, the advantage of this thing is it's got the nice little guns on the side. So once I get in range, well, usually it does work. Today it's not for some reason. For some reason, that's not working today. Let's see. What did I do wrong? Let's see. Custom turret controller. Enable AI on. No, no, no. Enable. Don't do that. Um, hmm. What did I do? Oh yeah, we did some modifications to this thing, and I realized I didn't need That, oh crap. Now what? Do we not have a camera on that thing? I guess not. Right. Okay, that should give me some AI on here that can be turned on. I may have put the wrong one on the wrong side. Assign a camera to the right. Let's go over here. Assign camera left. That'll give me the ability to control it a little bit easier. Enable AI on. And enable AI on. So what happens is, well, what's supposed to happen is the dadgum turret controller. Let's see, turret controller left. What we got here? We got a top mounted camera left. Is AI on? Yes, the AI is on. Why is this one not working? AI is on. Let me see here. What's the aiming radius? Okay, all that is on. On here. Do we have, yeah, enable targeted lock? Let's focus lock on target. Focus lock on target. So what's supposed to happen is this thing's supposed to, yeah, like that. And if focus is all fire, basically, it starts focusing real fast. So when you pass this one section here, and it works good on smaller ships. I do want to do a modification of this, so it's kind of like, and it's got breakneck speed as well. You build something small like this, elevation rotor. Yeah, it doesn't have one. It didn't. I didn't put an elevation rotor in it. I should. I really should. In the next modification of this, I should put an elevation rotor. But the problem is we've got two sets, and one of them is a fixed gun. That's the problem there. One's a fixed cannon, and the other one's not. So once we get into a target zone, it's not going to be doable. And like I said, this thing is breakneck fast. It's zippy. You don't realize how zippy the Saber is until you get behind it. I mean, as fast as the new F-302 is, this thing is it's a ship on crack, man. Yeah, this little thing's like a ship on crack. It just takes off and does what it wants. Also, I think I put a let's see. I go to 4. Yeah, little inconsistent rocket fire. I'll have to figure out what the problem there is, but like I said, this is one of the earlier ones, I think. I just throwed it down there. That was one I finished. I think we've got one on the old one. We'll have to figure out what the fixes are. And then I had this thing, which I should put a rotor on this so the guns will turn and fight. It has two twin guns. And mostly this big block is right here because that's one of the things you know about these small guns is that they have them on the sides and they don't have them up top. No elevation rotor. Yeah, yeah, no elevation rotor on that. I do like the front of this thing because I think I could probably turn this into a ship, but it doesn't do what I want it to do. But yeah, we've got 6 forward thrusters on that end. We've got 8 thrusters going up, 4 going side to side, 8 going down, and 2 big massive thrusters in the back just to get this thing to high speed. So you can hit some serious velocity. But the best option here is going to be this thing at the moment, with even with its diminutive guns. Yeah, this is gonna be good. We got to do some more stuff to the missile because I'm probably going to, let's see, we need to pull that missile out and I need to skin it tomorrow or whenever I get back on. I'm fixing to hop off here because it's 12:15. I've been here for quite some time. And what we'll probably do is, oh boy, don't send it flying. This will be the first iteration. The missile works like it's supposed to. Everything's working like it's supposed to. This is where I'm going to be doing all this nonsense next time. And what will happen is I'll pull this sucker out. We'll start attaching the missiles like we need them attached, hook everything up like they're supposed to be hooked up. So while this ship is in the hangar bay, and also I got to program up the F-302 so it's all ready to go when we get started. I need what I need is a better way to trigger that stupid timer block, and I can't think of it. I can't think of a better way of doing it because because we're using hydrogen. It makes the missile a whole lot more difficult to operate. I think what I'm going to do with the missile, however, because I want to give it some armor, I think we're going to go with maybe something like this on the side, run that down the distance, and maybe do something with this back section, and then run some plates up top here, maybe expose that one deal and just have some armor plating so that this thing, when it flies out there, it can get the job done. It'll just look like a good missile. Now, on top of that, I wonder how this thing performs in Atmo, because that'll be an interesting one to pop off. Then we got to take the missile in question. We've got to paint it up, paint this up, and the F-302 will be done. And that I'm going to put into its own. Probably I'm going to make a playlist of things of the builds I've been doing. And from now on out, I'm just going to do playlists, and this is just going to be one small playlist that you guys can do. Iteration Crunchy. When I'm on tomorrow, I'll make a missile and send it in the Discord for you to check out if you want. Yeah, sure. Go right ahead. That's what the Discord is for. If you guys want to go check out some cool builds and get some ideas, that's exactly where you need to go, and that'll help y'all out a lot. Like I said, that's where that's where a lot of cool ideas are coming from right now. Is the guys in our Discord have just been building like crazy. But right now, this is what we got. We've got a fighter. We've got an F-302 that's been upgraded. We've fully upgraded the F-302. I do want to set the AI block for defensive capability. Oh, there's an idea. Hmm. Let's do that. Just for giggles. Just for giggles. Let's go ahead here. I'm going to regret doing this, I guarantee it. Where is the AI blocks in here that I put inside the ship? I put some AI blocks here. Okay, that's a task move. It's an AI flight move. Can I add a dummy block to this? I want to do that. I'm getting stupid, y'all. I'm getting stupid here. All right, we'll add that block there. A little bit of AI right there. And then go to K. Follow player. Follow distance. Okay, all that is on. Turn that off. Turn that off. No, I don't want to intercept. Let's do hit and run. Retreat distance will go out to 1,000. Break off distance will get kind of close at 280. retreat timeout. 30 retreat angle. Let's go. Well, 180 is going to be absolutely around. Pull a retreat angle to 10. We're basically gonna have this thing just go ham. Target that. AI behavior on. Searching for enemies. Let's see. AI flight move. That should be on. That should be ready to go. And oh, I still don't have. I have control over it. What's going on here? Wanted to see. Okay, that's working. Turn that off. Turn that back on. Okay. AI basic task. What is it saying? Grid has no move active type block. Okay. Stop following. Why? Why is it not working like it's supposed to? AI flight move. It says it has no move block, but wait. Oh, I've got it off. Huh. That's what the problem was. All right. Yeah. Follow player. Follow me. Yeah, that's outside of the target distance. So let's see what this bad boy does. Nothing, apparently. It said no bueno. No bueno. Okay. Let's see. What's our problem here? Task is off. Okay, that's the problem. All right. That's it. Follow me, buddy. See how fast you can move. Now, he should, at a certain point. Yep, he's breaking off target. We're going in, baby. Let's see how this thing fights. This ought to be fun. Oh, he's going in. He's making breakneck speed for it. He should disengage, and you should see him just like targeting and moving. Or he'll kamikaze into it. Or he'll just pop off one round. There must be a decoy block or something right there that is just causing issues. I did set him to max speed, didn't I? Let's see if we can catch up to him. Boy, he's going to be a hard nut to catch. A couple of them guys just flying around doing their own thing. That'd be nice. Oh boy. Let's do precision mode on. He doesn't have to be. Well, we'll make him kind of precise. Maybe it's the retreat angle. I'm a little scared to do that. It's not able to get a decent shot off. Let's try propulsion, see how that works. And it may also be, let me do something else here. It may also be set to 25 or so. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's try that. To about 800. Break off distance to about 50. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh boy, that's going to be a really tight run. Yeah, that didn't work as well as I thought it was going to. Yep, I figured that was going to happen. Well, he's dead now. He he went full he went full Imperial Japan. Let's just delete that here, shall we? No, I don't want to copy it. I just want to delete it. Okay, let's delete him here. Came out of nowhere, just blew himself up on the end of it. I guess he doesn't make a very good drone. I'm gonna have to build a combat drone that goes with it. It may be all the subgrids. I'm at the angle. Oof. It's okay. It's okay. It happens. So we need a. I may build a combat drone that'll be cheap, easy to produce if that's what you want me to do, or I'll build a carrier for this thing. But we are getting the missile done, and I think I want to set these missiles up to where we can launch them via a set of blocks, and we can launch them off of a missile system. Yeah, it's okay. Iteration. It's okay. It happens. It's going to happen at some point. If I couldn't, if I couldn't just print more missiles, that would be a problem. But I can. So the guns are good. Only problem is, man, I wish the guns were just a little bit faster. And that may also be messing with the drone as well. When I made a drone out of it, it's probably that, maybe the grids. And we don't want to shoot the missile. Okay, guys, we don't want to do that. But now we have a gun that is just going to sit there and just pound away. You can see it's moving the shit back slightly. Let's see one more thing I want to do before hinge wings. All right, hinge is locked. Let's see the tail hinge. It is also locked. Let's grab the hinge. I don't think those one hinges are locked. Yeah, that one's not locked. That one's not locked. I think that's causing me some issues in terms of speeding up. Yeah, see, we're having a little bit of a tick here. So yeah, we got to set up a power up, power down sequence with this particular F-302. Like I said, paint it, make it look good. And when this thing comes in, the guns are going to have, like I said, there's no way around it. The gun is just going to have that uh, moment of freak out where it gets ready to start up, and then it's just a terrifying amount of firepower coming at whoever you're trying to kill. Son, you are the ammo moment. Yes, yes, it was. Yes, it was. But we're gonna leave that there because we got the F-302 done. I think I found the picture I'm gonna use. I'll put that in the Discord tonight. You guys can see the paint scheme design. Probably gonna do something like that, but I'm gonna do the black and orange instead of black and yellow, and it'll give it a nice sort of a piratey look to it. We got to add some detail stuff. Simply put, that's just going to be me going on here, seeing what can be added, what can be taken away, what little blocks can be moved around. I don't know. Like I said, I kind of want to hit one of Xylo's things at some point where we can I can drop in there and just use this thing, fly it around, have him see it. I do need to test this thing. Oh frick! I do need to test this thing in Atmo though, to see how well it holds up in atmosphere. It's got 4 thrusters and 2 main atmel thrusters. It should be fine. It should be fine. Let's do this. Let's grab it real quick. We'll rename it. We're gonna do this. There we go. So I know where that is. Let's go ahead here. Save and quit. We're gonna hop on to a planet and see how well this thing flies. It should keep itself in the air pretty good. Let's see. Load game. We'll do Earth Planet because this is where I did the one thing last time. Anywho, good night. Yeah, anywho, good night. So what we're gonna do, if y'all are gonna leave, you can. It's not necessary. I am gonna be getting off. You don't have to stay if you don't want to. But the plan is I'm gonna hop off here. We're gonna go to the. We're gonna hop into a new server or a new world where I'm on a planet. We're gonna see just how well this thing flies in Atmo. It should do fine. If I put it in here and it just drops, well, we've got an issue. We're gonna have to settle that one at some point. Okay, top up here. XF-302. Okay. Flip over. Does she fly? Yes, she flies. She floats. She floats in atmosphere. How well does she fly, though? Oh, it actually has a pretty good flight capability. Oh, yeah, it flies good in Atmo. And it's got enough thrusters to keep it going. And she appears to be able to break the speed limit of some ships. Can we get to, well, it's got 3 frickin' thrusters. Yeah, we should be able to punch this thing all the way up into the atmosphere a little bit. Yeah, so she does pretty good. Let's fly it down there and get back to that one unit that we were at. And there we are. There you go. One F-302 ready to launch. That's actually pretty cool that this thing can actually fly good on the Atmo like it's supposed to. This may be the only way to get onto it. Once I put the winglet systems down and I've got the missiles on, you'll probably have to climb up here to get into it. And buddy, does she breakneck some speed now. But it flies good. It flies good in Atmo. That's all we need. We can save more power by turning off the ion thrusters, and because they're only the only good the ion thrusters are on this thing is going to be for atmospheric flight or space flight. STW shipping platform is way out there at 600 meters. Yeah, we can do some. This is turning into a really good little ship. So this will fly. We know that. And it will fly good. So that's the important part of this. So yeah, everyone, that's pretty much all we got going on tonight. It is getting late. I have work tomorrow, unfortunately. So I will be turning in today. We got the F-302 going really good. We got missiles for the F-302. We got to skin those next time, and we've got to set the missile up like we were planning. Um, I don't know when we'll do that. I don't know when we'll do that. Um, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out later. But anywho, folks, I am Badger Wild saying stay safe, stay frosty. And if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Liking and commenting, that and watching the stream, that's the easiest way to support the channel. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much. Just a little bit of your time. That's it. That's how it goes on here. I'm not a crazy person. But like I said, be sure to check out the channel. There's a lot more stuff on here that I do. And you, who knows? You probably get on here, you'll see some space engineers content, be like, hey, I've been wanting to know how to do that for a while. I am going to do a more advanced tutorial on on the missile system, on how it launches and everything else, so we can have a smaller, more in depth. Because all of y'all seem to enjoy that last video. But anywho, like I said, it is after 12. I am heading out here. So I am Badger Wild. Stay safe, stay frosty, y'all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.